So we're going to start with 1 stick of melted butter, and then you're going to add a half cup of packed brown sugar and a half cup of regular sugar. You're going to add 12 ounces, which is a whole can of evaporated milk, and that's really just 1 cup. I got to add some more. So I need 4 more ounces, which is a half cup. So it's a cup and a half of evaporated milk. And that is not sweetened condensed milk. It's just regular evaporated milk. And then you're going to use a half cup of water and 4 eggs. All right, now we're going to add 4 eggs. These are fresh eggs, so I don't have to worry about putting them together. Just got them in from the store. 4 eggs. I'm going to beat them up with a fork just a little bit. You don't have to, but why not? We'll do it today. Okay, so we're going to put the eggs in. Okay, we're going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg in here. And a half teaspoon of cinnamon. And I think that's it. That's all there is to it. So you got your sugar, your brown sugar, your evaporated milk, your water. You can use whole milk in place of the other milk if you want to. If it's whole milk, that is. And then you've got a stick of butter melted. You've got cinnamon and nutmeg. So everything's in here. And we're going to mix it up. I'm going to mix it with my blending fork first. Then we'll whisk it. Let's whisk it since it's got that spice in there. So you can use any bread you've got. You could even use some leftover cinnamon rolls, however you want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this biscuit pan. You're going to need a brownie pan or a biscuit pan. This one is 7 by 11, which equals 7 plus 11 is 18. And a brownie 9 by 9, 9 plus 9 is 18. A lot of people don't realize if you just add 2 sides of this brownie pan, it equals the same as the square brownie pan. So we are going to spray it. And then you're just going to take your biscuits or your bread and crumble it up in the bottom of your pan. And it needs to be enough to fill the pan up. So I think this will be enough. So if you've got leftover rolls, of course you could freeze them. But if you want to make a good dessert, you can do this. Some of y'all probably still got family at home. And this is something that you can get in there and make. And boy, will y'all enjoy it. Now you can make a sauce to go over it. But I'm going to be honest with you. I never eat the sauce. I just like the bread pudding. I guess I like it just bare. I don't have to have it real sweet to make me happy, but those that have a real sweet tooth might want the syrup. And I had 1 single biscuit left, so I'll throw it in here too. Now what you're going to do is you're going to let this soak for 20 minutes. And then after the 20 minutes, you're going to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for 40 minutes. So we're going to pour this on there. And I'm going to let it sit here and soak for 20 minutes. Gets nice and full. And you can move it around and make sure it's mixed in there good if you want to. So you're going to let this soak 20 minutes and then we're going to put it in the oven, and I can guarantee you it's going to be so delicious. Well, I got up from a nap and I decided to make Chris some vanilla sauce for this bread pudding because he really would like it. All right, so we're going to mix it up real quick. You just whisk it together, and I'm going to microwave it until it's thick, and that's all there is to it. Okay, I'm going to use half and half, and I'm going to start with, I'm going to use a cup of half and half. If you don't have half and half, then get you whole milk and use half a cup of whole milk and half a cup of cream, heavy whipping cream. And in a pinch, you can use regular milk. Now we're going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch, and that's going to help it get nice and thick. We're going to go ahead and whisk that together. Get that cornstarch mixed in there good. Now we're going to add half cup of brown sugar and an egg. Let me grab an egg. Then you're going to put in an egg. You're just going to whisk it together. Now once this comes out of the microwave, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla and butter. Just whisk it really, really good. Put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. All right, here it is after 3 minutes. Looks like pudding. Now, if you don't want yours that thick, you can put a little extra milk in it. I think I will. About a half cup. Once it's done, put about a half cup of milk. You're going to put in a nice pat of butter, a couple of tablespoons, and some vanilla. Now, you can also add a little cinnamon to it if you want to, or nutmeg. I'm going to put a little nutmeg in mine. You can put a little cinnamon in it, a little nutmeg, whatever you like. And this cream sauce could be used, this vanilla sauce could be used on any dessert or with any dessert. So if you like to bake apples or pears, it's really good on those too. That's all there is to it, y'all. Beautiful, creamy, no scorching or anything like that when you use the microwave. So here's a nice piece of bread pudding. It's warm. And here's some delicious cream. All right, now we can taste it with our cream vanilla sauce. So this is a creamy vanilla pudding sauce, and it is so delicious with that fresh nutmeg. It's so simple to make. And I said earlier that I didn't have to have it, but boy, is that good. Chris is gonna love it like that. Just love it. Woo, that's a good cream sauce. It's a delicious cream sauce, and you just cannot beat my granny's bread pudding recipe. So, hop in that kitchen, grab that stale bread, or rolls, or biscuits, whatever you got, and make you some delicious bread pudding. It only takes a few minutes. We thank you for watching, Collard Valley Cooks. vintage recipe for Granny's bread pudding. Bye, I love ya.
Cooking time, it's over now. Tammy, she just showed you how to cook it up like Mama used to do. So go on out and have some fun. Now you're getting dinner done with Collard Valley cooked